say depression is normal, then how are we going to ever experience that happiness for which we are working so hard? And we're not saying depression is normal in the elderly. When I go to schools nowadays, school children are talking about mindfulness, depression, anxiety, meditation. And you say to them, आप लोग क्यों depression की बात करते हो? कहते नहीं, क्योंकि हमें भी होता है ना, इसलिए. Child psychiatry has been introduced. Child psychiatry. I asked a child psychiatrist, I said, which age group children are coming to you? He said 1 month. I said 1 month क्यों? He said, ये तो मैं आपसे पूछने वाला था, 1 month क्यों? You know why 1 month? You know why 1-year-old children, 2-year-old children, 5-year-old children? You know why? Because not taken care of when the soul was in the womb of the mother. If the parent is going through stress, anxiety, panic, jealousy, politics, office, 9 months pass हो गए. You know पहले कैसे हुआ करता था? 9 months. देवी देवताओं की फोटो रखो. कहते थे कि नहीं कहते थे? घर का खाना खाओ. So those 9 months is not only about taking care of the physical health of the child, but the 9 months was also about taking care of the emotional health of a child. And why this is very important? Because it's about every woman. And today, देवी देवताओं की फोटो देखने की जगह हम क्या करते हैं? तो result. So earlier, 25-30 years back, we used to talk about, oh, the mother has to take care, iron levels should be fine, anemia नहीं होना चाहिए, ये नहीं होना चाहिए. Fine. Today we need to take care कि happiness levels are fine, patience levels are fine, tolerance levels are fine. Otherwise the child is going to be born. And then we are calling those children hyper. हम कहते हैं बच्चा एक जगह बैठता ही नहीं है. आपको लगता है पहले में और हम जब बच्चे थे और अब के बच्चों में फर्क है? किस किस को लगता है फर्क है? And then we look at them and we say, आजकल के बच्चे. Oh, it's not about आजकल के बच्चे. They're very sweet, very intelligent, but all that they need along with that is emotional strength. So it's starting right from the womb. That is why गर्भ संस्कार is very important. हम सब सुनते हैं ना कि अभिमन्यु, he heard how to enter that circle in the womb, and which was not a story. It is a reality, which means that the soul in the womb is absorbing everything. Everything that they can hear, listen, see, absorb, the soul in the womb is absorbing. Such an important part for the family to take care, not just the mother, the family. It's not just about the mother. Of course, mother is a direct impact. But it's about the entire family, that during those 9 months, what are we talking? What are we thinking? How are we speaking? How are we behaving? What are we watching? What are we listening? The soul in the womb is absorbing it all and becoming it all. So today when you go back home, if you have 2 children, reflect. Was your 9-month experience different during those 2 children? And were you in your life going through a different experience during those 9 months? And then look for that sanskar in your child. And now if those 9 months are going to pass scrolling mobile phones, surfing the net, consuming content which we don't need to discuss and talk about, then is that any fault of the child? No, not at all. They are going to have to face the consequences of that for the rest of their life. Like if a mother doesn't take care physically and a child is born physically weak, the child has to face the consequences of that for the rest of their life. And then the child turns back and looks at the mother and said, "Aap thoda dhyan nahi rakh sakte the apna." But if the mother has not taken care of herself emotionally, the child is going to face the consequences of that for the rest of their life. And yet we are living our lives saying, stress is normal, fear is normal, worry is normal, anger is normal. We are not stopping to check, okay, what are we calling normal? Disturbed emotions, we are calling them normal. And natural emotions and feelings, we are saying I want happiness. Which is normal, stress or happiness? Which is normal? Which is normal, stress or happiness? Which one is normal? बताइए. Happiness is normal. पक्का? Stress is normal or happiness is normal? Patience is normal or impatience is normal? Hurt is normal or love is normal? Expectation is normal or acceptance is normal? Worry is normal or care is normal? Fear is normal or faith is normal? Jealousy is normal? Jealousy is normal? Or being happy for the one who's done well and blessing them is normal? So हमें पता है which one is normal, and yet we are living our life calling the other list as normal, and because we call it normal, we live that way. And if we continue living that way, inner power is going to... So leave alone empowerment, we're actually going through a stage of disempowerment. So visualize here a little battery. ठीक है? अभी देख लें यहाँ पे. Battery, which we can call consciousness, we can call it soul, spirit, atma, light, energy, power, call it any word. Basically, it's the energy which runs this body. And visualize it like a battery. Empowerment means to charge this battery and keep it charged throughout the day. And if your battery is charged, then everyone around you will receive that power and they will use that power to charge themselves. But if my battery is discharged, then everyone who's going to come in my energy field, what's going to happen? So we have the power to empower, but we also have the power to disempower others. So if I'm stressed and I'm carrying a turbulent energy around me, then everyone who's going to come in my energy field is going to experience disempowerment. Because they're going to receive negative vibrations from me, and that negative vibration is going to pull them down. Can we feel vibrations of people? Can you feel vibrations of people? And do you feel you went to a certain place, met certain people, and you've said, I feel charged. And after going to certain places, meeting certain people, say, I feel depleted. This doesn't happen once in a while. This is happening always. So if I am not empowered, that means I'm disempowered, then there's no way the children in my energy field can be empowered. हो नहीं सकता. हो नहीं सकता. So should we shift to the normal? Should we shift to the normal? Yes? Sure? Ready? Pakka? Possible hai? Possible hai? Possible to be happy always? Peaceful always? Possible? Possible? Okay, close your eyes and see the last time you got angry. See the whole scene very clearly. The last time you got angry, what had happened? Who did what? And how did I react? See the situation, the stimulus, the person involved, their behavior, and then your reaction. Now, the situation remains the same. Bring the focus onto yourself. Same situation comes next week. Can I respond another way? And see yourself responding an empowered way. Because that reaction was a reaction of a person who's emotionally not strengthened, reacted. And then we endorsed our reaction that day, saying it was because of them. Even if I blame the world for my anger, it is I who will be disempowered, not the world. So bring the spotlight on yourself. See yourself responding in an empowered manner to a situation which was not right. Raise your hands if you feel you had another option of responding another way. Now, next week, same or similar situation comes into my life. Can I respond the way I saw right now? Yes? Yes? Then I need to ask myself, why did I not respond this way that day? What was the reason? The reason was, I'm living through a belief system which says that whatever I'm creating here is because of the world. We said, I'm angry because of, I'm stressed because of, I'm happy because of, I'm peaceful because of, everything is because of something outside. Which means whatever I'm creating here is because of something outside. True or false? True or false? My thoughts, my feelings are created because of situations and people. True or false? My thoughts are created because of, my thoughts are created because of, who is the creator of my thoughts? Who is the creator of my thoughts? Pakka? Always? Always. So someone will walk into your life, say something which is not true, shout at you, scream, and walk out. Who is the creator of your thoughts? You bought a new dress. You wore it this morning. You walk into the gathering. 5 people say you're looking very pretty, very pretty, very pretty. And 6th person says, "Kya pehna hai?" Did you check? Dekhna to chahiye tha lene se pehle. This color is not looking nice on you. The creator of my thought is. So when people said, "You're looking very pretty," I felt happy. And when someone said the opposite, I thought it was natural to get hurt. And when I live my life that way, it is a belief system that whatever I'm feeling here is because of what is happening here. So for me to be happy, what needs to be perfect? For me to be happy, what needs to be perfect? Everything needs to be perfect. So a perfect husband, perfect children, perfect staff, perfect weather, then perfect employees, colleagues, everything needs to be perfect. Because when everything is perfect, then I will be happy. And I will be peaceful. And I was full of love when everything is perfect. So we are waiting for that day. Until then we are going to say, I want happiness. I want peace, I want love. So it's only one equation in life which needs to change. Who is the creator of my thoughts and feelings? This is absolute disempowerment. This is a victim who lives their life saying, everything here is being controlled by the world outside. मेरे पास कोई power नहीं है. I am powerless. The power is not in my hands. It's about them. So flow members can't say that, right? नहीं तो वो slogan change करना पड़ेगा फिर. Isn't this powerless? कि मेरा तो मूड ठीक था, उन्होंने ऐसा बोला तो मैं hurt हो गई. So who hurt me? They. Has anyone ever hurt you? Has anyone ever hurt you? Yes? Has anyone ever insulted you? Yes? Yes. And that is that minute where I was a victim. Because I was not using my power to create the right thoughts. I allowed myself to create hurt in response to their word and behavior because I thought it's natural. Now, walk into this gathering wearing that same pretty dress and someone walks up to you and says, "Kya pehna hai?" Can you retain your happiness? Yes or no? When you bought the dress, did you buy it assuming that the whole world will like it? You actually think there is any dress made on this planet which everyone will like? No. Is it natural for some people to like and some people to not like? Is it natural? Then why are we getting hurt when somebody is speaking the truth? And that is when we teach people, okay, lie to me, fake it, but please me. So people will walk up to you and say, आप बहुत अच्छे लग रहे हो, आप बहुत अच्छे लग रहे हो, आप बहुत अच्छे लग रहे हो, और अंदर सोचेंगे शीशे में देखा होता तो ना पहनती. And then we're saying, look at the world, it's become so fake. But who made it so fake? If I was ready to listen to somebody's opinion and say, I don't like your dress, and I say, I understand, your choice and my choice is different, but I like it, you know what? And I bought it because I like it. I'm not going to gift it to you because I know this is not your choice. But we say, she said this to me. And that too, she didn't say it when I was alone. She said it to me in front of everybody. What will everyone think about me? Then we walk up to somebody else for validation. That's how powerless we become. And we go up to another friend and we say, how's my dress? She said, oh, it's very pretty. Pretty hai na? Haan. But she was saying pretty नहीं है, तो उसको क्या पता white dress पहना है, उसको थोड़ी knowledge है क्या pretty होता है, छोड़ दे. Then we disrespect the person also. And we feel good. And what is all this doing? It is disempowering me. It is disempowering me. I'm not even aware. This is disempowering me because I'm wanting the world to be my way. A powerless person needs others to be their way, and a powerful person doesn't need anyone to be their way. They will choose how they will want to be. Aajkal agar society says something to women, don't wear this, don't do this, we just look back and say, who are you to say this to me? It's my choice what I will do. Very good. But if it is your choice what to wear, what to eat, what to drink, how to live, then it is also your choice how to think, how to feel, how to speak, how to behave. That is empowerment. We are doing things which are actually depleting our power, and we are telling the world, who cares? I am going to do what I feel right. I don't care about society. I don't care about Sanskriti. I don't care about Maryadas. I don't care about anything. Society will not suffer. I will deplete my strength. So done? one equation today? Pakka? Who is the creator of my thoughts and feelings? I. Always. With everyone. In every relationship. In every situation. So even if you create hurt, even if you create anger, it's fine. But then stop back and say, I created it. So when I know I created it, I know I have to heal it and come out of it. But if I say they hurt me, then I'm waiting for them to change. They may change, they may not change, and I will continue to hold on to that hurt. And then I will say, I'll never forget this. I cannot forgive them. Which means I'm going to carry pain here. And what is that pain doing to me? Tip, tip, tip. Battery kya ho rahi hai? Discharge. So by doing those things, we reached a stage where we said, I want happiness, I want love, I want peace. It is not I want happiness. It is I am happiness. It is not I want peace. It is I am peace. You know what is the meaning of the word Om Shanti? Om means Aham Atma, I, Shanti, peace. I am peace, not I want peace. Take a minute. See all the people in your life who've hurt you. Everyone who has hurt you. And select the whole list and press the delete button. They only did something which was not right according to me. We are not saying they were right. We are not saying they were right. We are just saying, but they cannot hurt me. They can only stand there and do wrong things. They can behave badly, they can speak wrongly, they can even cheat, betray, but they cannot hurt me because hurt is here inside. Nobody can enter here. That is power. That is power. Nobody can get into our minds and play with our emotions. They can do everything else here outside. And when we start living our life with this understanding and this realization, our vibrations is going to go. And when we raise our vibrations, then that power is going to radiate to everyone else and empower people. Do you want to empower your children? Do you want to empower your children? Do you think they need to be empowered? Do you think they need empowerment? We're talking of emotional empowerment. Intellectual, perfect. Financial, perfect. And how do we check emotional empowerment? Grade yourself. Close your eyes. Grade yourself on 1 to 10. 1, weak. 10, perfect. Criteria. Whenever there is a situation which is not my way, what is the magnitude of my reaction? Am I able to let go easily? Am I able to remain calm and stable in a crisis? Am I able to accept people who are different from me? Am I able to be patient even if things are not going my way? Am I able to forgive, forget, and let go? So check it all and then rank yourself 1 to 10. What grade are you going to give yourself? And it doesn't matter what grade we give ourselves now, we can take ourselves up to 10. But I need to take the scan, right, for myself. So it's only when we check, we understand. Once I understand, I realize. Once I realize, I start working on that aspect of my life. Because if I don't, then if today it is 7, next year it will be 5. सबने ग्रेड दे दिया अपने आप को? You not have to share it with anybody. We're not going to ask you what your grade is, but have you graded yourself? Have you graded yourself? And you know what you can do? You can grade yourself every night before going to sleep. That how was my day today emotionally? If we don't take care of our emotional health, then it doesn't take time to tip off to a mental health issue. Bharat is not a country where we should be having mental health issues. A country where we're never alone, where there are so many people, community, meditation, spirituality, religion, yoga, pranayam, seva bhav, is not a country where we should have depression. It's not a country. Bharat is called Vishwa Guru. The world is looking at Bharat. But Bharat will be able to become Vishwa Guru when Bharat starts utilizing and absorbing what Bharat has. What is the meaning of Vishwa Guru? Who will give light to the rest of the world and bring the world out of darkness. When you look at the West, they're very good in everything outside. So we learned so much from them. We learned so much from them. But when it comes to the inner world, our country is very rich. Very, very rich. And so rich that we can use it and share it with the rest of the world so that the rest of the world would also know how to take charge of their minds. But if we are going to live in a state where we're so impressed with the other parts of the world and we think, oh, hamara Bharat to. Then we're not going to use what we have. And if I don't use what I have, I will not be able to share it with the rest of the world. So when it comes to sanskar, Sanskriti, our country is very rich. लगता है कि नहीं लगता? है या नहीं है? है ना? But then we have to use it, right? हमें उसको use करना है. अगर हम नहीं करेंगे, हमारे बच्चे नहीं करेंगे. नहीं करेंगे. We have reached a point where we need to stop and take a U-turn. You know, sometimes we're just driving and we can continue on the road which is taking us towards the direction where we don't want to go. We wanted to go somewhere else, but we're driving somewhere else. But you know why we're driving somewhere else? Because everyone seems to be on that road. And just because everyone is on that road, we think that road is the right road. The era that we're going through right now, please don't ever take any decision based on everyone is doing, so it must be right. We're definitely not going through that era. We are not. In fact, if you are doing things which everybody is not doing and you are called boring and old-fashioned for it, then you are reaching in the right direction. Then you're in the right direction. "25 years back, 30 years back, when we were children, most of us must have seen our mummies having a little fight with our papas saying, don't smoke, don't drink, right? किस किस के घर में हुआ था? छोटे छोटे वो होते हैं, don't drink, no. And today what are we doing? Today what are we doing? In the name of equality, we are no lesser than you. This is not women empowerment. We can do everything equal to them, but you know what? At the end of the day, they are not going to give birth to a child. It's the woman. And if a college-going girl today is going to say this is normal and is going to consume all those substances, it is there in her every cell. It is a part of her system. We meet young mothers who, when they come to know now that they are expecting, they're suddenly like, oh, अब हमें नहीं पीना है, अब 9 महीना हमारा कैसे चलेगा उसके बिना? The other day I was with a gynec and the patient says to her, but doctor, at least 31st December, how can it be New Year without? This is not our Sanskriti. Leave alone coffee, but the doctor says don't even have coffee. वो तो वो सोचते ही नहीं और सुनते ही नहीं बात. So even if they give it up for 9 months, they're only giving it up physically. In their mind, they are still consuming it. And you think this will not have an impact on the child? So we don't need to get into being equal with anybody. We need to understand our moral responsibility. But if today the mother is having, she cannot stop the daughter. And if the daughter is consuming such products, then we know what destiny is going to be. Was this empowerment? This is empowerment? Is this empowerment? ओ, हम सब कुछ कर सकते हैं, हमें कोई रोक नहीं सकता. Consequences. Consequences. So empowerment is to be so powerful that if everyone around you is also doing something, stand alone and stand strong. Stand alone, stand strong, let people mock you, let people make fun of you, let people say, oh तुम कितनी boring हो. Say thank you, शुक्रिया, मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है ऐसे बनकर. I'm not going to be judgmental कि आप different हो, but I'm very happy just being myself. Some people do it out of choice, but a big number does it only because everybody else is doing it. And they do it only because they don't want to be the odd one left out. And they want to be cool. This is not cool. This is not cool. It's everyone's personal choice. But tomorrow when your grandchildren face the consequences of the choice, you won't be able to undo it. And then the children will look up to us and say, आपको तो सब पता था ना, आपने मुझे रोका क्यों नहीं? So let's take that little U-turn and let's go back to what is really empowerment. This is not empowerment. This is becoming weak. This is becoming a victim of peer pressure. लोग क्या कहेंगे? ऐसे ही दुनिया नहीं कहती, सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग. ये सबसे बड़ा रोग है. You want to do it out of your choice, that's fine, but don't do it just because everybody else is doing it. Because even if we do it because everybody else is doing it, the karma is mine and the consequence will come in my life. And when it comes in my destiny, I cannot say, but वो सब कर रहे थे. वो सब कर रहे थे is their karma. So let's go back to just being who we used to be, because we are the last generation. If we don't hand this over to our children, then they will not even know what life used to be in a country like Bharat. उनको तो पता ही नहीं होगा. Because आज के बच्चे are growing up consuming content from the other parts of the world. So when you consume content, you're not just consuming content, you're consuming sanskars. You're consuming culture, sanskriti, which is okay. But if they consume, they will become. And once they become, then we say, नहीं मुझे बहू ऐसी नहीं चाहिए. तो वो हो नहीं सकता है. वो हो नहीं सकता है. उनकी गलती बिल्कुल नहीं है. It's what they are feeding themselves, what we are allowing them to consume. They will grow up that way, and then we will create a country where the culture will be different. And that's also fine. It's not about right or wrong. But we cannot create it and then later on say, but हमें ऐसा नहीं चाहिए, हमारा घर तो ऐसा नहीं होता, हमारा परिवार तो ऐसा नहीं होता. तो जैसा होता है वैसा जीना पड़ेगा पहले. So in this era, the most important strength that we need is the power to be ready to stand alone even if everybody else is on the opposite side. Stand on what you know is right. Stand on what you know is healthy for the mind and healthy for the body. Stand alone for that. Let everybody ridicule you. Doesn't matter. If at 5 a.m. in the morning or 4 a.m. in the morning, you are on the road and there is a red signal there, how many people do you think stop at a red signal at 5 a.m. in the morning? Because there's no CCTV, there's no policeman, kuch bhi nahi hai. So even that 30 seconds red signal, that 1 minute red signal, we don't find the need to stop. एक दिन आप करके देखना ये. 2 cars will pass, 5 cars will pass. Everybody will think it's normal to not wait for the red signal. And then you go and stop there. रुक जाइएगा. And you know then what will happen when you stop there? Somebody will honk at you पीछे से. क्या कर रहे हो? अजीब लोग हो. सुबह सुबह रुके हुए हो. They are trying to tell you that what you have done is wrong. And then they will overtake you, cross you, and they will smirk at you. Trying to tell you that आप ठीक ठाक हैं, क्या कर रहे हो आप खाली सड़क पे खड़े हुए हो. And then 2 cars, 3 cars will pass you. But after that, the 4th car will see you stopped there and they will stop behind you to empower people. This is the power to empower people. Empowerment is ये नहीं है कि जो गलत कर रहे हैं उनके साथ गलत कर लो. Empowerment is stand for the right and give the other person the strength to face peer pressure and stand for the right only because they needed to see one person standing on the right so that they could also stand on that side. Because everybody doesn't have the strength to stand alone. But if they even find one person standing on that side, they will stop. But if they find 20 people going, they'll also just follow. Because everybody doesn't have leadership quality. A lot of people just follow. So leadership means standing for the right sanskars, the right sanskriti, culture, the right maryadas. Because our maryadas are our strength. It's not about the red signal. It's about teaching the mind to follow the rules of life. If I keep allowing my mind to break the rules, then my mind doesn't remain in my control. Because then the mind is allowed to do whatever the mind does. And then I become a victim of my own mind. I become a victim of my own sanskars. So कल जब आप शिरडी जाएंगे, you have time on the way. Before reaching a place of divine vibrations, it's important to check our own rights and make a little list of some things that you are doing only because everybody is doing. At least it started off because everybody was doing. Just make a little list. क्या आपको पता था ये right नहीं है, but it just started off because everybody was doing and today it's become our part of life. But because we know what was right, it doesn't take time to take a U-turn. We are a generation who says, I want to give my children everything that I did not get. कहते हैं ना आप ऐसा, मुझे अपने बच्चों को सब कुछ देना है जो मुझे नहीं मिला था. क्या नहीं मिला था हमें? Maybe we had to struggle a little more in life. We got our first cycle, then our first scooter, then our first car, then our first house. They don't have to struggle for all that. They are born with everything there. So we say, I don't want to give any trouble to my child should get everything. We don't even say a no to them often. They hanji bacha for everything. उनके कहने से पहले ही उनको सब कुछ दे देते हैं. सिर्फ याद करना, when you were a kid, did your mummy ask you, आज नाश्ते में क्या खाओगे? आप हंसे क्यों? बिकॉज पूछा नहीं था ना, नहीं पूछा था. What did the mummy say? ये बन गया, खा लो. Did your mummy take you to the shop and say, choose कौन से ब्रांड के कपड़े पहनोगे? नहीं, ड्रेस निकाल के रख दी जाती थी, पहन लो. So we feel that we were victims. We were not allowed to choose. So now we tell our children, choose. And because we don't have to cook, हाँ तो मम्मी ने खाना बनाना था पहले. So we don't have to cook. So we will ask our child, आप क्या खाओगे? And the child will say something. By the time that item gets ready, उसका तो mind change हो जाएगा. And 30 minutes के बाद जब वो चीज़ बनकर आएगी, वो बच्चा कहेगा मुझे ये नहीं खाना. कहते अच्छा ठीक है, नहीं खाओ, आपको क्या खाना है? And we thought this is love. भाई मेरे बच्चे को वो सब कुछ मिल जाना चाहिए जो उसको चाहिए. अब सिर्फ विजुअलाइज करिए, 25 years later, will the spouse of that child be like that? कि आपको कैसा स्पाउस चाहिए, ऐसा आएगा स्पाउस उस बच्चे के पास? क्या लाइफ के चैलेंजेस उसको पूछ के आएंगे आपको कैसी जीवन चाहिए? You know why? Because we are not saying no to them. Suddenly at the age of 25, if life suddenly throws a no at somebody, that individual will not know how to adjust, how to tolerate, how to bend. It's a muscle which wouldn't have been exercised for 25 years of their life. And then for the slightest of situations, आपको क्या खाना है, आपको क्या पहना है, these look as like very small things, but for a child that is only their life. So if I am asked to eat something which I don't want, I'm actually learning to accept what life has to offer even though it's not my way. So just by eating or wearing something which I don't want, but because my parent has asked me to do it, I'm actually learning how to accept situations of life which are not my way, because बच्चे के लिए तो उतनी ही situation होती है. So if I don't strengthen myself, then my parenting and tomorrow my grandparenting. So empowerment is needed more at home right now. Just because we have everything, it doesn't mean we have to give everything. How will they face the challenges their life will bring to them? Don't think you can make a perfect life for your child. No. Every soul has come with their karma and destiny. Situation उनके सामने आके खड़ी हो जाएगी ऐसे. You can be there around them, but they will have to face the challenge of their life. How will they do it if it was not strengthened while they were growing up? So it's a very beautiful intention to say, okay, whatever I did not get, I want to give my child. It's a very beautiful intention, but along with that, everything that I got also I need to give my child. Because they have not seen that era. We will have to show it to them through our sanskars and sanskriti. So empowering society is very beautiful, but first the self, children and family. That's where it's needed. That's where it's needed. So let's create some simple lifestyle changes. Choti-choti, बहुत easy है. By which we will be able to charge this battery on a daily basis. Ready? सबसे important चीज, sleep cycle. Sleep cycle. What is a healthy time to sleep and a healthy time to wake up? I won't say right time, because there's no definition of right and wrong. What is a healthy time to sleep and a healthy time to wake up? Which will create a strong mind. Because if we do it, only then the vibration is in the house for them to do it. And then if they do it, tomorrow their children will do it. What's a healthy time to wake up? पता है, हमें सब कुछ पता है. That's what I'm saying. We are the last generation जिसको सब कुछ पता है. All that we have to do is जो पता है उसको जीना है. We have to live what we know is right and healthy. अपने लाइफ के सारे इंपॉर्टेंट काम मुहूर्त निकाल के करते हैं. करते हैं? करते हैं? मुहूर्त निकाल के करते हैं. 24 आवर्स के साइकिल का जो मुहूर्त टाइम है, which is called the ब्रह्म मुहूर्त. It is not called Brahma Muhurat for nothing. It is the highest vibrational time of the 24-hour cycle. It's the 4 to 5 a.m. कुछ घरों में आजकल 4 to 5 a.m. पे बच्चे सोने जा रहे हैं. होता है नहीं होता? If I do anything against nature, if I do anything against energy, I am going to face the consequences of that. उनको लगता है कि कभी भी सोना है 6-7 घंटे. We can sleep at any time. So they will stay awake the entire night, whether it is to study or whether it is to party. And then they will go to sleep at the Brahma Muhurat. आपको याद है ना, जब भी पंडित जी बैठे होते हैं कुछ करने के लिए और मुहूर्त गुजर रहा होता है, पंडित जी क्या बोलते हैं? पंडित जी क्या बोलते हैं? क्या बोलते हैं? जल्दी करो, जल्दी करो, जल्दी करो, मुहूर्त निकल गया तो अशुभ हो जाएगा. सो द मुहूर्त टाइम इज टू वेक अप, एंड हम उसी टाइम पे क्या करने जा रहे हैं? सो आपको लगता है ये शुभ है? The highest energizing time for a health of the mind and the body is 10 to 2. Which means 10 to 2 we should be asleep if we want the mind to be energized and the body to be energized and be healthy. That is why today, in spite of the best diet, best exercise regime, organic food, mineral water, सब कुछ करके भी hospitals are full. Because we're not doing it at the right time. We say, oh, I'm sleeping my 7 hours. It's not about how much we are sleeping. It's about when we are sleeping and how we are sleeping. A big epidemic is to be sleep deprived. Check, how do you feel when you wake up in the morning? Do you feel like sleeping a little more when you wake up? How many of you feel like sleeping a little more when you wake up? Simple sign that I'm not energized. Otherwise, after 6-7 hours, why would I want to sleep for 5 minutes more? But it's normal. इसलिए हर phone पे snooze भी आ गया. Normal. Normal. If I sleep at the right time, in the right way, I will wake up at the Brahma Muhurat without an alarm, and I will wake up in a very energetic, fresh, vibrant energy. The first thought of the morning is so important. And हम उस first thought में कहते ओ अलार्म बज गया, अब उठना पड़ेगा, मन नहीं है, मन ही नहीं है to face the day. Because I'm tired. But I slept enough. Why am I tired? Not the right time, in the right manner. Check on the flights. If you don't engage yourself with a gadget, within the first half an hour of the flight, people are dozing off. 9 a.m., 10 a.m. in the morning, people are sleeping on a flight. आप उनको पूछो, आप सोए थे रात को? हाँ. आप सो क्यों रहे हो इस टाइम? नहीं, मुझे तो बैठे बैठे कहीं भी नींद आ जाती है. अगर मुझे बैठे बैठे नींद आ सकती है, I am sleep deprived. And sleep deprived means the mind and the body both will get affected. Is it possible to sleep at 10 p.m. every day? If I want to be empowered, I will create a change. If I don't want to be, I can live a life saying I want happiness, I want peace, I want love, I want health. But I will not get it unless I do something to get it. ऐसे खड़े होने से कुछ भी नहीं मिलेगा. So the best time to sleep, 10 p.m., deep sleep. To experience deep sleep at 10 p.m., I should finish my dinner by 7 p.m. A light dinner and early dinner, so that in 3 hours, the digestion is over. If the digestion is over, then I can experience deep sleep. We are having heavy dinners and late dinners. खाना खाते हैं और सो जाते हैं. So during your sleep, the digestion will take place. So if digestion is taking place during your sleep, healing is not happening. Digestion is happening. एक time पे एक ही काम हो सकता है. That is why nowadays doctors are saying sleep 7 hours, sleep 8 hours, sleep 9 hours. They're going on increasing the number of hours. Did our parents, grandparents ever sleep 8 hours, 9 hours? Never. Because they were living right, so they were sleeping right, so they were waking up right. Put it on your list and don't allow your mind to say, ये तो possible नहीं है, क्योंकि possible तो सब कुछ है. It's all about priority. Is my mind and my body and my relationships and my life is a priority? I'll do it from today. So early dinner, light dinner, finish your digestion before going to bed. If to sleep at 10, by 8 p.m. I should disconnect from work communication. Disconnect from work communication. No phones, no emails, no messages, work related. Why? If we keep on being at work in the mind till we go to sleep, then after that when we lie down, only the body sleeps, the mind has a lot of work to do. And that is why the era where we did not have technology, when we reached home, we were at home. There was no way to connect to work. And that's why there was no stress, no depression, no cancer, no diabetes, no divorce, nothing. So the problem is not with the technology. That's made our life extremely comfortable, but it's the way we are using it. No phone box has it written over there that hold on to me 24 hours and take me to bed with you. लिखा है किसी फोन के डब्बे पे, कहीं भी नहीं. But we hold on to it as if it is everything. Somebody just thought of making a phone which we could carry around with us. We to 8 p.m. Do it and see. And since you're heading your organization, gift it to everybody in your organization. Nobody will call up each other, write to each other after 8 p.m. Let people be at home. Let people be with themselves. Let people be with their spouses and their children. Priority in life is not only how much we are achieving. Priority is how we are living and how we are achieving. As a leader of an organization, our responsibility is to create happy people, so that happy people will create healthy, happy children. So कर सकते हैं 10 बजे सोना रात को and 8 p.m. disconnect कर सकते हैं from work communication. अब भी नहीं हाँ बोलेंगे तो करेंगे कैसे? बहुत easy है. It's just that because we haven't done it, so we feel like ये कैसे हो सकता है? It's very simple. Now, disconnect from work communication 8 p.m. Disconnect from all other media by 9 p.m. Do not allow a single negative word to go onto your mind at least an hour before you go to sleep. Watching TV serials where homes are breaking, or binge watching series where there is no concept of creating a family, or watching the world news which shows that the world is only in pain. If that is my last layer of information, or watching crime shows, if that's my last layer of information, then that is what is going to process in my mind for the next 6 hours when I'm sleeping. So your last layer of information is the quality of energy for the next 6 hours when you're sleeping. तो कौन से words डालने चाहिए सोने से पहले? कौन से words डालने चाहिए? ये जो words है ना, peace, love, happiness, compassion, health. Consume that content before you go to sleep. Then that is what will get processed for the next 6 hours. That is what will radiate to your body in the next 6 hours, and you will wake up energized. Sitting in bed and scrolling social media handles as the last thing just before going to sleep. कर सकते easy बहुत easy. Everything is very simple. Please remember, if we don't do it, next generation definitely not doing it. So let's do it. If not for ourselves, let's do it for them. Last 15 minutes before going to sleep, my time. Consume very pure content just before going to sleep. That's where spirituality plays an extremely important part. Consume pure divine content 10 minutes just before going to sleep. Faith, acceptance, compassion, forgiveness, letting go, happiness. Consume that before going to sleep. Now next 6 hours, that is what will get processed. Last 5 minutes before going to sleep, meditation. Release the baggage that was created during the day. Apologize in your mind to people with whom you reacted. Forgive people who reacted at you. Clean the mind. Like most of us like to take a shower before going to sleep so that we clean the body. Let's shower here. If we shower here, clean it, release it before going to sleep, it will not go into the subconscious. It will only get cleaned from the top layer of the mind. And we'll never remember it after that. ये हुआ था, वो हुआ था. साफ हो जाएगा. आपको याद है हमारे मम्मी पापा कहते थे झगड़ा हुआ है तो सोने से पहले अपने झगड़े को क्या कर लो? सुलझा लो. Don't take a fight to bed. Nowadays we're not just taking our fight, we're taking other people's fights to bed also, just because consuming it before going to sleep. Once it's taken to bed, it goes into the subconscious. That's why 1 hour before sleeping and 1 hour when we wake up, they are crucial times for emotional health, very crucial. First thought when we wake up, new habit from tomorrow. Don't open your eyes and look at the phone. Don't consume the world as the first thing in the morning. It's a clean, energized blotting paper you've just woken up with. Whatever you put as the first layer will become your personality. We say, okay, only 5 minutes. Scroll this, 5 minutes. 5 minutes mein blotting paper saturated. 1 minute messages, 1 minute emails, 1 minute news, 1 minute social media handles. 5 minutes only. 5 minutes mein blotting paper saturated. If we consume the world, we will become the world. And if we become the world will become more of what the world is today. Consume that which will change the world. Don't consume the world. And that is why that morning time is Brahma Muhurat. The time to meditate, the time to do yoga, pranayam, be with yourself. Check your emotional index. Check what behaviors I need to change. Check how I have to strengthen myself, and consuming the right emotional diet. carbohydrates, vitamins. You are what you thought, you are what you eat means this is what I eat. It is not this is what I eat, it is this is what I eat. वैसा तन. कभी कभी किचन में चले जाना चाहिए थोड़ी देर के लिए. जाना चाहिए. Even if you have somebody cooking for you, go into the kitchen. Just be there. Stand there. Pray, meditate, chant, do what you like. Radiate that energy into the food while it is being cooked. जो खाना बनाता है आपके लिए, उसके संस्कार डायरेक्ट आपको और आपकी फैमिली को मिल रहे हैं. डायरेक्ट. And that is why we were taught that the way to a man's heart is through the stomach. मतलब क्या? Cook for them, they'll get connected to you. So if the mother of the house is cooking or a member of the family is cooking, the family will come like this. Because they're cooking with love, not cooking out of duty. And today we've reached a stage where we're eating out very often. I'm sorry I'm saying it here, but we're eating out very often. हम घर पे बैठकर ऑर्डर करके बाहर से मंगवाते हैं. हम वो वाली जनरेशन है जो घर से डब्बा लेके बाहर जाते थे या नहीं? जाते थे ना डब्बा लेके. आज घर पे बैठ के डब्बा मंगवाते हैं. एंड उसमें भी वो 10 मिनट्स में नहीं पहुंचा तो उसका ऑर्डर कैंसिल. प्लीज डू नॉट एक्सेप्ट सच ऑफर्स. Because the person who is coming to deliver you that is creating extreme stress, fear and panic getting that box to you. And all that vibration is in that box. Now eat it. कितने stress में आएगा कोई? Because that means his salary. जैसा अन्न वैसा मन. You want to create happy homes, not just wealthy homes, not just comfortable homes. Happy homes, cook prasad at home. Every meal should be cooked like prasad, with divinity in the kitchen, with purity of intent, with high energy words being played while the food is being cooked. Kitchen में spiritual songs चले, मंत्र चले, भजन चले. Let every word go into every morsel, every drop of water, every fruit. प्रसाद बन के सबको खिलाओ. Minds will get strengthened. But if you don't tell your staff this, they could be listening to Hindi movie songs and cooking for you. Because वो आजकल तो ये लगा हुआ है, आपको क्या पता चलेगा क्या सुन रहा है कोई. They could be gossiping and cooking for your family. And all those words are going into the food. And then we say, पता नहीं हमारे घर में इतने झगड़े क्यों होते रहते हैं. अगर आपके घर में बहुत झगड़े हो रहे हैं ना, सिर्फ एक्सपेरिमेंट करना. 1 month give the cook छुट्टी. We've seen a lot of homes where everything changed just when the person cooking changed. It doesn't mean that the cook is not right. It just means what is their sanskar, wo check kar lo. It's time to take that pause, check and create that U-turn. We need to create that U-turn. If everybody else is driving straight, we need to pause and take that U-turn. And we're not going to ever meet again saying, I want happiness and love. We're going to say, I am. I am happiness, I am love, and I am peace. Let's take a minute of silence again. Bring your attention to the center of the forehead, the energy center. I, the being, the master of this body. I am Shakti. I am power. I am the creator of every thought, word, and behavior. Whatever may be the situation, however may be their behavior, I am the creator of my response. I choose how to respond. I choose peace, happiness, and love as my response. Acceptance is normal. Compassion is normal. Forgiveness is natural. Cooperation is normal. I am a powerful being.
CD FLO पूरे चैप्टर
I radiate
के माध्यम से
power
यहाँ
to the world.
सम्मेलन आयोजित किया गया है। मेरे सामने सवाल है
I am power
इस कार्यक्रम का वातावरण देखते हुए
and I
कि मैं
constantly
किस
bring power.
अच्छा की बात करूं। एक तो कार्यक्रम पुणे में हो
It's
रहा
my
है
personality.
और आप सभी का रूप देखते हुए मुझे लगता है कि आज बुरी
It's my destiny. Om Shanti. Shukriya. Thank you. We welcome you to Mount Abu, which is the headquarters of the Brahma Kumaris. Very beautiful place because it has a lot of meditation happening there, so it has those vibrations. So sometime you can plan to have this kind of a gathering even there. We look forward to having all of you with us. Thank you. Shukriya. Om Shanti.
I am Shakti, I am power. That was such a beautiful, thought-provoking speech.